Welcome back, everybody, to the Racing Podcast. So last weekend, everybody was at Talladega, and this weekend, the action heads to Kansas. Now, Xfinity has the weekend off this weekend, but the trucks return on Friday, and the Sprint Cup return will be on Saturday this week. Friday night trucks, Saturday night Sprint Cup. Kansas Speedway, located at 400 Speedway Boulevard, Kansas City, Kansas, 66111. Kansas is a tri-oval track, okay, and surface is asphalt. Length is 1.5 miles. Number of turns is 4. Bankings at the corners between 17 and 20 degrees. The front stretch between 9 and 11 degrees, and the back stretch is 5 degrees. Lap record 24.761 seconds. Scott Dixon, Chip Ganassi Racing, 2003 IRL IndyCar Series. Now there is also a 2.37 mile road course with 6 turns. Lap record 1 minute 9.745 seconds. Scott Pruitt, Chip Ganassi Racing, 2013 Daytona prototype. All right, ladies and gentlemen, fellow motorheads, the Racing Podcast presents the racing schedule. As mentioned, the trucks return this weekend. Friday night is this weekend's Camping World Truck event. Friday night, May the 8th, at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1 and MRN. It's the Toyota Tundra 250 with 167 laps scheduled. Then on Saturday night is this weekend's Sprint Cup event. Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports 1 and MRN. It's the SpongeBob SquarePants 400 with 267 laps scheduled. And the cars are going to have some cool paint schemes this Saturday, so that'll be worth checking out. And note that Friday, May 15th at 7 is the Sprint Showdown with 40 laps scheduled. That's on Fox Sports 1 and MRN. And then next Saturday, May 16th at 7 o'clock, it's the NASCAR Sprint All-Star Race with 90 laps scheduled, and that is also on Fox Sports 1 and MRN. And we'll recap that next week on next week's Racing Podcast. So we're getting there as we speed through the 2015 racing circuit. All right, so this is the Racing Podcast. We're going to take a quick break, and then coming up next, it's the driver standing segment. This is RP. Welcome back, everybody. This is the Racing Podcast and can be heard live Thursdays at 7:05. Spreaker.com is the place to go. Hashtag sports. You can also use hashtag motorsports, hashtag talk, hashtag news. So there you go. And of course, available on demand at apodradio.com beginning at 8:05 on Thursdays. And of course, on demand, you can listen anytime. So, this is the part of the show that we like to call the driver standing segment. And we go over the driver standings. Boom. So let's start with Sprint Cup. Sprint Cup driver standings, top 10, as follows. First place, Kevin Harvick in the number 4 car, 394 points, current leader. Second place, Martin Truex Jr. in the 78 car with 354 points, 40 points back. Third place is Jimmy Johnson in the 48 car, 342 points, 52 points back. Fourth place, Joey Logano in the 22 car, 335 points, 59 points back. Fifth place is Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88 car, 319 points and 75 points back. 6th place, Brad Keselowski in the number 2 car, 305 points, 89 points back. 7th place is Jamie McMurray in the number 1 car, 297 points, 97 points back. 8th place is Matt Kenseth in the 20 car, 292 points, 102 points back. 9th place is Casey Kane in the number 5 car, 286 points and 108 points back. And in 10th place, Denny Hamlin in the number 11 car, 281 points, 113 points back. From 11th through 15th place, in order: Paul Menard with 280 points, Aric Almirola 279, Jeff Gordon with 277, Ryan Newman 271, and Kurt Busch with 255. From 16th through 20th place, in order: Danica Patrick with 253 points, Clint Bowyer with 249, Carl Edwards with 240, AJ Allmendinger with 229, and David Ragan with 224. 21st through 25th place, in order: Casey Mears with 217, Greg Biffle with 210, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 207, Kyle Larson 207, and Austin Dillon with 203. Manufacturer standings for a Sprint Cup as follows: first place, Chevrolet with 453 points. Second place is Ford with 416 points, 37 points back. And third place is Toyota with 384 points, 69 points back. This is the Racing Podcast, and now for the Xfinity Series driver standings. Top 10 as follows. First place, Ty Dillon in the number 3 car, 330 points, current leader. Second place is Chris Buescher in the number 60 car with 321 points, 9 points back. Third place, Chase Elliott in the number 9 car, 293 points, 37 points back. Fourth place, Darrell Wallace Jr. in the number 6 car, also with 293 points and 37 points back. Fifth place, Regan Smith in the number 7 car, 287 points, 43 points back. Sixth place is Brian Scott in the number 2 car with 286 points, 44 points back. Seventh place, Elliott Sadler in the number 1 car, 282 points and 48 points back. Eighth place, Ryan Reed in the 16 car, 255 points, 75 points back. And in 9th place, Daniel Suarez in the 18 car, 254 points, 76 points back. And in 10th place, Brendan Gowen in the 62 car, 249 points, 81 points back. From 11th through 15th place, in order: Jeremy Clements with 233 points, David Starr with 229, J.J. Ely with 214, Ross Chastain with 211, Landon Castle 196. From 16th through 20th place, in order: Dakota Armstrong with 194 points, Ryan Sieg with 180, Blake Koch with 174, Cale Conley with 166, and Brendan Poole with 165. From 21st through 25th place, in order: Joey Gase with 159 points, Eric McClure with 153, Mike Bliss 141, Harrison Rhodes with 130, and Jeffrey Earnhardt with 118. Manufacturer standings in the Xfinity Series as follows. First place is Ford with 401 points. Second place, Chevrolet with 392 points and 9 points back. Third place, Toyota with 380 points, 21 points back. And fourth place, Dodge with 112 points, 289 points back. All right. Racing Podcast, and now for the Camping World Truck Series driver standings. Top 10 as follows. First place is Matt Crafton in the 88 truck, 128 points, current leader. Second place is Tyler Reddick in the 19 truck, 126 points, 2 points back. Third place, Eric Jones in the number 4 truck, 122 points and 6 points back. 4th place, Johnny Sauter in the 98 truck, 112 points, 16 points back. 5th place, James Bouchard in the 31 truck, 100 points, 28 points back. 6th place, John West Townley in the 05 truck, 90 points, 38 points back. 7th place, Ray Black Jr. in the 07 truck, 89 points, 39 points back. 8th place is Cameron Haley in the 13 truck, 84 points, 44 points back. 9th place, Spencer Gallagher in the 23 truck, 84 points, 44 points back. And in 10th place, Ben Kennedy in the 11 truck, 83 points, 45 points back. From 11th through 15th place, in order. Timothy Peters with 81 points, Tyler Young with 78, Justin Boston with 77, Corbin Forrester with 77, and Daniel Hemrick with 75. 16th through 20th place, in order. Brian Seeless with 73 points, Jennifer Jo Cobb with 64, Matt Tift with 60, Norm Benning with 59, and Joe Nemechek with 58. And from 21st through 25th place, in order. Caleb Holman with 50 points, Travis Kvapel with 41, Mason Mingus with 39, Austin Terriard with 31, and Cody Ware with 31. Manufacturer standings for Camping World Truck as follows. First place is Ford with 135 points. Second place is Toyota with 133 points, 2 points back. Third place, Chevrolet with 120 points, 15 points back. And fourth place is Ram with 0 points, 135 points back. Boy, I don't know what's happening with Fiat Chrysler. They need to get back into it. That's what I say, you know. I know people that drive Dodge and Chrysler people, like, you know, what's the deal? I'm a Chevy guy, but I don't want to rub it in. But Ford dominating Camping World Trucks this year. Last year, Toyota had it, but Toyota's not far behind. I mean, they're only down 2 points, you know what I'm saying? And Camping World Trucks, I mean, the season's relatively young for the trucks. I mean, they only raced like a couple of races so far this year compared to Xfinity and Sprint Cup. But we'll see what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Racing Podcast. Quick break. We'll come back and start the final stretch segment, go a little bit of racing news, recap the schedule. You know the deal. The Racing Podcast continues next. Welcome back, everybody, to the program, the Racing Podcast. So we'll go over briefly some racing news, and then we'll recap the schedule, and it's a wrap. So, Kevin Bono Mannion. Okay, Kevin Mannion will be Sam Harnish Jr.'s new crew chief. Sam Harnish Jr., which drives the number 9 Richard Petty Motorsports Ford. Kevin Mannion will be taking over this weekend at this Saturday's SpongeBob 400 at Kansas. So there's some news there. Kevin Mannion has been Alex Bowman's crew chief for 9 races this season, and has been crew chief for 328 Sprint Cup races, with 5 wins, including the 2010 Daytona 500. Mannion also has 15